Art is more than something we look at. It's a new world awakened. I remember the exact moment it began. It's 2.5 years ago, and I was sitting with my brother, and we were talking about the future and what we could do instead of a traditional exhibition. And we started to talk about how we could bring my paintings to life like a living, breathing universe. I think that was the first spark for Omnia. But how do you bring a vision like that to life? For me, it meant going back through everything I created and everything I explored on the canvas. I feel everything that I've ever done creatively up to this point led to that exact idea, especially the last 10 years with my recent solo shows and projects, because Omnia couldn't exist without the work only time can teach. And to understand where it's going, I kind of needed to digest what brought me here in the first place. It all started with wild-style graffiti 25 years ago and my background as a graphic designer. And when I became a full-time artist 11 years ago and I relocated from Denmark to LA, I was trying to do it all. Experimenting with graffiti, letters, geometric forms, cloudscapes, brushstrokes, paint splashes, all layered into one canvas. And my process also required a lot of preparation, including meticulously colored computer drawings and so on. But in 2017, something really shifted. I wanted to break free of all the meticulous planning, but I wasn't looking to get rid of it. I was looking to have a more loose approach to the canvas. So I slowly began to separate my art style into two different styles. One intuitive and one well-planned. And what is beautiful about that is that my abstract art style lets me create from pure flow, emotion, movement, intuition, kind of like creating unexpected results. My geometric style lets me explore deep planning, precision, and the calm in knowing the end result from the start. This wasn't something I decided overnight. It was something that just happened very organically over years and years of creating. These two very opposite approaches are a deep part of me, and they are the main reason why I paint, to feel free, and that everything is possible. I don't think I ever chose abstract art. I feel it found me. It just never felt natural to depict what I see. For me, it was about bringing the non-existing to life, to listen to my inner voice and let it out. I never chased to find my art style. It just happened as I kept creating, doing what felt right and letting each painting lead me to the next. Over time, I developed my own abstract design language, like an infinite universe where everything is possible. It became my way to communicate when words are not enough, how I process and how I make sense of the world. Art doesn't need any validating or explaining. It comes from a place far beyond logic and reason. It's something we can't fully define, and yet we feel it so deeply. That's why we connect with art. That's why we create. It isn't only about what we see, it's about what we sense, what we experience. And art is my way of leaving something meaningful behind. An invitation for others to feel, reflect, and connect. This exact feeling formed the foundation for Omnia. There wasn't any grand plan, but there was a very strong feeling. And I knew if I stayed close to that, it would show me where to go. It had to come from the same place as my paintings, where every decision is made by pure intuition. I wanted to build something that could only come from me. I was not looking to recreate my art. I wanted to expand it. Taking that energy, the silence, the impact of color, and build something you could walk through and feel around you. But all these immersive universes didn't just magically happen. They were imagined, The course of events were sketched out, refined, tested, and rebuilt again and again until they felt right. Over the next 18 months, I worked closely with my incredible team of 3D animators. We were not just executing visuals here, we were translating feeling into moving forms and building an entire world. The visual language of Omnia wasn't shaped by logic. It was composed by the same inner rhythm I trust when I paint. It was like painting and orchestrating 1,000 moving paintings at the same time. Omnia became a symphony. Every element had to be in harmony. The movement, the light, the pacing, the feeling. I poured my soul into the process to translate that unspoken language of my paintings into moving worlds built from the DNA of my visual language. The immersive journey of Omnia begins where it always has for me, in the studio on canvas. For almost 3 years, I've been creating an entirely new body of work right here in my LA studio. That also includes a series of paintings made with layered fluorescent pigments, like a hidden spectrum only revealed through UV light. And then we have the immersive rooms. Imagine standing inside a painting as it comes into existence. Colors and brushstrokes moving on a massive scale, projected from floor to ceiling, like a journey through the portals of my creative process. Another room pulls you into my geometric dimensions. I actually had a dream where the paintings take on a will of their own, like they kept evolving. And I brought that to life. Infinite Awakening is the mirror room. It came from my personal search for stillness in a noisy world. It's a meditational space that doesn't demand anything from you other than your presence. I have always believed that art is more than something we look at. It's something we feel, move through, carry with us. With Omnia, I wanted to push that idea even further. It's a new world awakened and brought to life in ways I could never imagine until now. Omnia is my invitation to pause, to feel, but also to reconnect with color, with energy, with yourself. This is the show I always wanted to build, and I really can't wait to share it with you all.